I'm Chris, and this is Single Dad Homesteading, brought to you from beautiful Appalachian Mountains in northeast Tennessee. Elan's staying with her godparents this weekend, so we get to go over and we'll meet up with her on Easter and have dinner and everything, but she really wanted to go, so we let her go, and Daddy gets some time to himself. Well, we're in the greenhouse, so this is where we're at. We're going to work on this table over here, and I'm going to show you what we're doing as we go and bring you along for that adventure. Here's what we're doing. I just got started and I was like, whoa, I need to turn on the camera. So we're going to put a wire mesh on this side. I'm going to stretch it out pretty tight, and the reason we're going to do that is so we can actually place a container on the ground under here. We'll have a bed that goes underneath there originally, but we're going to place this up here so we can pot and stuff, and the soil will drop straight through this wire mesh for rabbit cages down into that bucket and into that soil, and just kind of not have to have any waste that way. And then this end of the table, I'm going to use a bunch of scrap 2x6s I have and actually build that out down through there. It'll build out, and we'll actually have a workstation there, a solid workstation. So we'll go through, we'll get everything done. Hopefully you'll enjoy the little deal we have going on with it and the little build today in the greenhouse. It's probably right at 40 degrees outside right now, maybe a little higher, and we are at 50, probably 43, 44 outside, and we're at 58 right now in the greenhouse. So doing a pretty good job at holding temp in here with no heat, no anything. We've not worked on the composting heating system outside at all. That'll be later on down the road. So let me get the camera adjusted, and I'll let you see kind of what I'm doing, and we'll go in and out letting you guys watch. So here we go. So what I'm doing to fasten this down is I'm actually taking some sheet metal screws for putting metal roofing on the roofs, and taking a large washer. The sheet metal screw has a little like soft washer that goes with it that squishes down. We're putting it here just to make it a little bit larger to make sure we can pull this wire mesh tight as we go. So I'll turn you just a little bit, and we'll get over here and see what we can do on this. Placing these screws at slightly an angle going this way, so as it screws in and the screw goes into the wood, it pulls tension on this. It won't be perfectly tight, but it'll be good enough to do what we need to do to pot and stuff. So let me take you over here and show you what we've done. Alright, so now you can see, just like building a hutch for your rabbits or building a hutch for quail, you've got this on here. It's not super tight. It's pretty loose, so when you tap it, It's going to bounce that soil and break it up and go ahead, and you could use this as a sifting screen if you want some, if you were doing composting within your greenhouse, you know, for potting and stuff, and you had some stuff that wasn't all the way broke down, you could actually use this as a sifting table too. Bring it in and go and have it go. When I put these 2x6s along, it's actually going to extend it out a little bit further and going to sturdy this little table up some more too, and cover up all these little sharp edges that you see right here. So it'll actually cover those up. So let's lay those down. Let's see what we can do. We're getting some condensation dripping down in here inside the greenhouse, so that's pretty nice to see the difference in the temperature. Turn you so you can see here. Be working this area. So let's see. These 2x6s were leftover cut-ins from the project where we built on the sunroom onto the other side of the house, third bedroom, whatever you want to call it. So they've been laying outside, no big deal. Just a little more organic manner. So I'm actually going to start this one. It's going to come out there quite far. So maybe. I don't know, what do you guys think? I don't think I want to cut it. I think I want to leave it there for some extra wood table space. Look at this, how far it's left hanging over. It's got plenty of room between there and there. We've probably got 5.5, 6 feet between the two tables. So I think I would rather have the extra table space. Have that extra width on that depth on that shelving. So I think that's the way I'm going to go. I'll put the first couple of pieces up and see, and if I want to go back and change it, I will. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to turn you off because my hammer is at the house. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, we're back. I found my hammer. It was laying out in the yard for some reason. I have no clue of why that happened. So let's get these up here. Remove these wet trays, put those behind this. I think I got a pocket full of nails we can put to use. And I'm just using what I got, guys. We use a nail gun for most of the construction work we have here. So I have a bunch of ricks of 8-penny nails. So I'm tearing those apart. You can just pop them. So we'll use those. I could bring the generator down and everything else, plug it in and do all this stuff, but a hammer works just as well. So it's good for us to sling a hammer every once in a while, get some work in. Like the best carpenter in the world, the Lord Jesus Christ. He created some amazing things in this world, and this weekend's all about Him and His resurrection and dying on the cross and giving His life to wash away all our sins, giving us the ability to be here on this lovely earth and thrive, not just live. So I hope everybody's going to enjoy their Easter Sunday. I know we are. We're going to eat really well at an aunt's house, and we do that every year there. And then after we're done there, I'm going to take off and go to my oldest nephew's house, who I raised from 13 till, heck, he was in his 20s, and he's got two children now. You guys have heard me talk about him. Maybe I'll get to shoot a video there tomorrow, and they want to, and let the kids come on and introduce you to those guys. So anyway, let's see what we can do over here and put this together, and it won't take long, so shouldn't be too boring. Condensation from off the inside of this thing is drenching me. So I'm not Maya. I'm not putting in some dumping counters and stuff like that. I'm not that talented. I could do it, but I'm not going to. He did an amazing job on that window greenhouse. I'm going to go ahead and leave this gap where this post is coming over, I'm just going to leave a gap there so I can sweep off any dirt or anything that gets up there. So I'm just going to eyeball it. So there's where we're at so far. Looks like we're going to need probably, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 more to make it in there. Needed to break off some more nails. So I think it's going to make a really nice work spot though, workspace for us to get in there and get some work done, potting, and kind of a staging area before we come over and put some of the new seedlings over here in the water table and let them do their thing. And, we got to clean up this mess in the floor because it's about 6 inches high. Get it. I may even just bring the lawnmower in here, move the plants real quick before we get too many, mow it down, and then cut everything out, put down some weed cloth, and get it where it needs to be. My chickens are out standing in the rain like dummies. Neighbors' ducks are leaving me eggs all over the yard. I got up and had 4 eggs in the yard, and just picked up another one, so I gotta let him know that they're just dropping anywhere, so he'll be able to retrieve those eggs. So I'll have to walk back up here in a minute and get some more, but let's show you what this looks like so far. So I can reach back, have plenty of space to put tools and stuff back there, and then the work area will be really nice. Left that little opening there, sweep dirt off, get stuff out of it, and then you've got your actual screen table over there for potting. So I hope that'll go off good. I'm going to jump off here. I'll go get the rest of them when I get everything finished up and figure out exactly how everything's going to set up. I'll bring you back, and we have some plants that need to have something done with them. We got a bunch of peppers here that need to be taken out of these little solo cups that I started them in. Tomatoes are looking amazing. Big, healthy, good looking stalks on those. Some smaller ones in the back. These are all the extra cauliflower that I had. I need to get those in the ground, but it's been raining and crazy. So we'll see you guys in a few minutes. Alright guys, we're back. We're going to get going. We got the table finished up. Looks pretty good. Got some potting soil, some 2-inch pots, tray. We're going to try to get all of these pepper plants and stuff that I put in these little solo cups out because they're just holding too much moisture. They're growing good, but that's it. But I want you to look at this score. I have Ellen's godparents, her father, or godfather, Caleb, actually works for a nursery and landscaping company, and he scored me all of these, and they're nice. They're not just flimsy. They're nice buckets from trees and plants. They're from 1 gallon, 2.5 gallon, 3 gallon, and I think it's a 5 gallon container. So pretty good score to put some stuff in for the greenhouse. Probably too many that I need. So, and then down here below for my catch, I'm using my old trough from the pigs right now to catch all that dirt, and then in that trough is where our herb garden is going to go, and it's going to get sat on the front porch. So I'm going to set you guys up here where you can see down here what I'm doing. I think I'm going to be able to, yeah, there you go. Let me turn you up just a touch. You might not see all of me because I am short, but not that short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to repot all of this, get them in the tray, and set them back over on the other side. As we're done, as you can see, some of them have done wonderful, and others not so much. They're still real green, but they're just small. So I think if I can get them in these pots where their roots can reach out a little more and not be sitting there stagnant, it'd be a lot better. This is a Miracle-Gro bigger, more plants, and the only reason that I'm using this other than the super soil that I've been getting from Joe Hoffman is I'm broke this week. And my mother had a couple of bags of these at her house, and I just want to get these things started so they don't die. So don't fuss at me too much. That's what I'm doing. a marker out of my little hoop. Lay it over here. I want to reuse the soil that's already in here, so I'm not thinking it's not going to be too much soil being needed, but I think just the fact of not having them in this cup, even though I put a little hole in the bottom of them, I think is going to make a world of difference. So there's the first one. Caleb Elan's godfather also said he got me a stack of these, but these 2-inch pots, he's got a bunch of those coming in from a large job that they just bid out with the company that he works with, and he's going to give me a bunch of those. He's going to try to save them, be a little more gentle with taking them apart and stuff, which is always nice. I've got our local greenhouse here in Johnson, one of the local greenhouses in Johnson City, Evergreen. I can go by there every once in a while, and they'll save some for me if the right person is working the plants that week, if they're taken out, and if they're the real high-end 2-inch pots, they'll charge me $0.25 for them or something, but it's usually not much to get those done and raised up. These are the red cheese peppers that Jess sent me from Roots and Refuge. They're supposedly a really fleshy pepper. I've never grown them before, so I'm kind of excited for that. From what I understand, they're real sweet. They taste really good roasted, and I love roasted peppers. So they're probably going to be right down my alley again. We'll see how they turn out. The root on that plant wasn't real good, so hopefully it's not started rotting too much. I'm just trying to scrape out all the soil I can out of these little cups, because there's no reason just to drop it on the ground, and it'll get used, I guess, in here with the other stuff that's coming for in the bottom, especially during the winter time. But I'd much rather capture it now and not have to worry about trying to get it up off the floor. So that trough down there, I think, is going to come in really handy. We still have, it's April the 20th here. We still have a couple of weeks before we start putting too much in the ground. I rolled the dice and put a couple of tomato plants in the ground, and I put a bunch of cauliflower, which is fine right now. I've got broccoli going that it'll go in the ground as soon as it's ready. It's up in the house under the grow light. It's actually that high now, so it's ready to come down anytime. I may do that today as well. Might not get it on this video, but we got a while to go. But I put out some of those tomato plants just to Alright guys, so I'm back. I lost battery out in the greenhouse, so I finished up out there. The short of it is I replanted a bunch of the cauliflower and stuff into larger pots that weren't solid, like those Dixie cups that I was using, the solo cups. So got those all done. They'll be ready to go in the ground here as soon as the temp warms up a little bit more. If it stays really good for next week, I may throw a couple of more tomatoes out and kind of stagger them just to see how they go. The ones that are out are doing really well, but it hasn't dropped. But I know how Tennessee, Appalachian Mountain weather can be. We can get snow in May. So usually what we do down on the bottom is we plant the second week of May. That's what my mother plans on planting. But I'm trying to get everything in the greenhouse going good. I can show you the starts here. If you can see them, let's see. That's the broccoli and some more peppers and some more tomatoes. I'm kind of messing you up. So those all went up there. They're out of the grow light for right now and off the heat mat. I may put the peppers back on the heat mat. I can't get this thing to adjust correctly where I'm not sitting at an angle. Hey guys. Maybe I can just tilt my head like this and it'll be okay for you. So anyway, we're going to try to get this video done. I'm going to clean the house up real good. Going to try to do a house tour in the next couple of videos so you guys can see the actual inside of the home. It's not finished by any means, but that's where we're at. Got a pot of coffee going right now because I need a cup. Use my Stiegl's coffee mug or pitcher, as you guys call it. But anyway, once again, I want you guys to all have a wonderful Easter. Remember what the holiday's about. Love you and your family. Remember to love everybody. You can hate the sins that they do, but love everybody. With that said, God bless. Live with what God gives you, and we're out of here.